And Ruth the Moabite said unto Naomi, let me go to the field and glean amongst the ears of grain after them. In those sight I shall find favor. And she said to her, go, my daughter. So she set out and went and gleaned in the field after the reapers. And she so happened to come to the part of the field belonging to Boaz, who was of the clan of the Edomites.
I know people who've been in church speak about this and Boaz and girl, find your Boaz. And he was a rich man, a rich ruler, and he owned stuff. But this woman was a Moabite woman who was not of Israel. She was an immigrant, and she had a mother-in-law. And she was the daughter-in-law, and they had two daughter-in-laws, and she was married to her son. And Naomi was the mother. She lost her husband, and her two sons died. So you got three women with no men. The mama ain't had the man, her husband died, and her two sons died. And they were both two women with her, Oprah and Naomi. So they got three women who are widows. That's some messed up stuff. There was a famine in their land. They had nowhere to go. Basically, they were homeless. And they were traveling. And they don't know where they was going. And she was saying, you know what? And that was a good daughter-in-law. She said, told Naomi, Ruth said, wherever you go, I go. But Oprah said, girl, I love y'all. Girl, I'm out. I'm going back home. And she left them. And so let me tell you something. That's okay. Sometimes everybody ain't for you, ain't supposed to come with you on your journey. Some people are temporary folk. Stop, but see, you got to find out who's your friend, who's your confidant, and who your constituent, somebody you just work with. And the mistake we make people who are temporary permanent. And we think they're permanent. No, everybody ain't permanent. Guess what? I was married to somebody who wasn't permanent. Some people will come in your life only, and some you gotta make sure you find out that this is a temporary person. Because where you going in your field, they ain't gonna fit. They ain't gonna work with you. They ain't gonna go with you. See, Ruth went with Naomi. Oprah said, love you, girl, I'm out. Because there's a family here. I know, I love y'all. My husband gone. I'm out of here. And Naomi said, well, Ruth, won't you go here? You're a young woman. You can get another man. I'm an old lady. I'm all dried up and everything. She said it like that. And my boys died and my husband died. Don't call me no more of that name. Just call me a woman who has lost all her children. She changed her own name. Because she found like I lost everything. And sometimes you can lose everything, but God, you think you lost everything, but God got you in the right place where he wants you. Sometimes God will strip you down so he can get your attention. And sometimes God will burn everything up in your life so he can start you over again. Because some of the stuff you had, you worship, you hung up on too much, and you love it too much, and they were your God. It was your God. Folk, God make sure folk leave you on purpose. He do that to you. So folk, sometimes you can worship people too. You can worship your job, you can worship your money, and you can worship friendship. And God will make sure they purposely leave you to show you he God. And that's all you need. I thought I needed more people than what I needed. And when folks start slacking up off on me, folks start boycotting and acting funny. Folk, you know when folks switched up on you. Because they ain't got the same heart they had before you when you started out. Them same people you helped, you thought they were going to help you. When you gave up your bill money for them, they ain't give it to you. They don't belong in your field. So you need to keep on going and get to your destination. And those who are going to stick, let me say this. You know people who love you will love you when you ain't got nothing. If they still love you, it ain't changed on you when you had a house, when you didn't have a house, when you had a man or you didn't have a man or a woman. Whatever you didn't have, had a job, they still call you and check up on you and have to care for you. That's your friend. And will give to you, and knowing you can't pay him back, you got a real good friend. And guess what? Let me say something to you. Everybody else, people come, people go. You ain't gonna find in your lifetime, if you get 2 people or 1 person like that, you doing good. You don't think, I want more people to care about me. No, they don't. And you know they don't care when you ain't got nothing. Or they hate you when you get something. Matter of fact, I think people like you better when you're broke. I think people like to glorify themselves. Yeah, I helped them out. I gave them some money. If I give you something, I'm going to give it to you in the corner. I ain't going to embarrass you. I'm just going to hand it to you. If I ain't got no money, I don't want nobody standing there and say, I need a sandwich. Guess what? I gave brother so-and-so a sandwich. That's embarrassing a person. Just give me the sandwich and shut up. If you want to loan, I loaned them some. You just see them shoes I got, I gave them a shoe. Why are you going to do that? Because you want to be their God. Bible says when you do things, give. He ain't tell you to say it. He should say give it. He ain't say talk about it. He say give it. He ain't say boast about it. He say give it. And when you give, God will bless you. Because all I think, what if I was in that situation? I want somebody to help me out. I want some help. And let me be, and Bible says you show mercy. If you give mercy, you get mercy. You show compassion, you get compassion. You help folk, folk can help you. It's more blessed to give than receive. That's why I tell people, keep walking to your field. See, Ruth didn't know nothing about nothing. Let me say something. Naomi, Boaz Ruth ain't had nothing for Naomi. She was a younger woman. She could have got a man herself. She was beautiful. She had everything she needs. She got remarried. Naomi ain't had nothing. She said, don't call me Naomi no more. Call me Mara, because my life is gone. Sometimes life can hit you so bad, you'll name your own self. And the sad part, when you start naming yourself something that God didn't name you. I tell people, when you was born, you weren't born with a joint in your hand. You weren't born with no needle in your arm. You weren't born like, if you weren't born like that, that's not you. I don't judge people what they did. I judge people who God made them. I don't care what you've been through. Some things are just your process. Thank God that God ain't judged me on what I did. And I didn't live all, people say I live a miserable life of sin. I can't say that lie. Some of my sin was good. I mean, I enjoyed the sin. And let me say something to you. If the Bible say I could do it, I still do it because I still like it. Only reason I don't do some of this stuff because God said thou should not. But if God said thou was overcayeth, I would do it. And some things just come with age. You just get too old for it. Sometimes you just grow out of stuff. You don't play with G.I. Joe no more. You just grew out of it. And so a lot of things, and not because, that was evil and sinful. Yeah, it was wrong. It was bad. But now I'm getting older, and I'm like, hey, Pastor. I'm going, girl, get up. I'm going home. Give me a movie. You're tired. Because you've been there, you've done that, and you find out it ain't worth your life. I'm trying to get to my field. I ain't got time to play with nobody. And the older you get, when you start marching to your death, because if you have 100 or you're middle age, I keep telling you, stop playing. And you ain't got time to be playing with nobody. Once you start getting up there, folk come with you with some foolishness. Oh, I need help. What you need? What you gonna do? Well, I'm gonna try. No, I ain't got time for trying. I'm trying to live. What you gonna do? Because you're trying to get somewhere, because you got more days behind you than you got ahead of you, and you gotta play, and you can't play with it because God gotta work for you to finish. You gotta get to your field. And Ruth said, hey, to Naomi, you know what? You sit here, I'm gonna go to this field and see if I can get something. Maybe I might find some favor. Let me go. So she started walking, and she saw all this field with corn, and she saw some reapers out there. And she happened to stumble. Let me say something to you. Some of the stuff we get around here, you stumble on. Some of your blessings, you stumble. The Bible says she so happened to come to this field. Now, let me say this. God does everything strategically. So happened that she came to a field that was the cousin to Naomi was Boaz, because they were related. And he so happened to come out of town and so happened to see her. And the Bible said the man, when Boaz was standing in the field looking, and he was asking, who this woman who's picking up corn and getting corn out of the ground behind the reapers? Oh, this Moabite woman that been coming around. And he said, man, she looked good. First of all, he said she was beautiful, she was young, and she was working. I think that's sexy. He noticed her. He noticed her what? Working. And she so happened to look good too. I told you there's nothing sexier than a good-looking woman working. To me. And ain't that the same way with a man? Don't y'all, ladies, y'all proclaim that too. Yeah, he look good and he got a job. And they working. You want somebody who working. And what that mean? They can do something for you. They ain't no mannequin or no action figure. They just don't look good. They got something they can move some body parts and help you with something. You want somebody going to take something off your plate and help you work your field. Because your field ain't going to get picked by itself. And she was right there, gleaning behind them. And she saw what they did. She did what they did. And so happened if something fell, she said, I'm going to go there and I might find favor. Because guess what? She knew she was pretty. She knew most of the reapers are men. And because she knew most of the reapers were men, she knew they were going to take care of her. I mean, come on. I'm talking about the guys. Oh man, this woman working? Let me. And you know what? Boaz said, don't touch her. Told the young man, don't put your hands on her. Because he already claimed it. He said, not only do that, don't let her struggle. Make sure you drop some. See, when you start working for the Lord, God will start dropping some blessings on your life. That's why we're here. Because a lot of things I didn't have, I didn't have the money for, but God started dropping some paint and started dropping some carpet, dropped a grand piano outside of the lobby. He started dropping stuff. We got a little bass. He dropped a sail on me. God will start dropping stuff on you if you start working for the Lord. And if you're in the right field, if you are in his will, you will get blessed. You know you're in the right place where blessings start to drop. tell me where to go. He said, Glen Burnie. And when I got here, I saw heaven open up. And this stuff started dropping. And I started picking it up. It ain't had to be new. God said he'll make it new. And see, if you're working, see, the first thing he did, he saw her doing something. If you want God to bless you, do something. God only gonna bless what you do. I don't know where this mentality come from. We sit back and God, please, let a brand new Mercedes-Benz come in my driveway. God ain't I dream a genie. God don't give you stuff. God said he give you the ability. He gave you something. Whatever gift you got in you, that's where your money is. Work it. Now he let you got a field. And see, because you was working, he started dropping. And guess what? You'll find out when things get easy, the things that used to be harder for, and when it get easy, I believe Boaz is a symbolic of God or Jesus dropping blessings. We are Ruth. And see, you don't have to be a beautiful outward appearance, but have a beautiful mindset, have a youthful mindset, be working. And she said, the Bible said also she was humbled. See, God can't bless you, you got a nasty attitude, you funky, stink acting, act like you all this and that. You know what, let me say this. I raised up in the church, I grew up in the church, I couldn't stand church. And it wasn't a church, it was the people in the church. I walk up to people, big bishops, so and so, and say hi, they look at you, I just gave you an offering.